The internet has evolved quickly over the course of 20 years. Computers were invented around the 1970s, but computer usage in homes started getting popular in the 1990s.
You're not by any chance computer shopping, are you?
And since then, the internet has evolved over the last 35 years, since it became more affordable to an average consumer. Which is crazy to say because I have watched the internet evolve from the 2000s to now, and a lot of changes happened since then. I blinked and I see internet design go from this to this. And I find it interesting at how many different cultures derived from the internet itself.
Ooh, yeah, baby!
I grew up on the internet. My parents tell me I started as early as 2 years old, but I don't remember that. I remember watching my sisters play MapleStory and do whatever on there, and there were websites that I found on my own that were pretty cool to be on, such as Teen Near Me, Gaia Online, Cartoon Network, Nitrome, and Cool Math Games were another popular website that people used to be on when I was in school. I also remember this really scary game that you could play, and it was so innovative at the time because that was the first time an interactive, realistic point-and-click game from Doritos, by the way, had a whole game on a website. And that game still gives me shivers when I remember it. I really don't like that game, not gonna lie. Besides games, I wasn't into many social media except Instagram and Tumblr back then, but there were forum websites where you can dress up your character and interact with other people. That was my social media. And forum sites were a little bit more community based, so if I really liked this one type of fandom, then I could join in the conversation of that one fandom without having to search for people that are into that fandom. It was really nice. I really like the concept of forums, but unfortunately it died. And I feel like forums are a little bit different from Discord because people just didn't expect you to be online all the time, you know? You could always just come back and continue the conversation when you need to or when you can. And the dressing up part of forums automatically convinced me to join the website because I like making virtual money, and then I use that virtual money to dress up on that platform. I feel like back then, websites, I feel like, had a lot more flair to them. Websites now are equivalent to when corporations rebrand and then somehow their rebrand turns into something more boring than it was before, and then everything starts to look like that. I mean, look at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. They all have a way to look at short form content. Like, why do I need to watch shorts or reels or TikToks on 4 different platforms all of a sudden? Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. The internet was a different place back then. There was a lot more room for creativity and whatnot. I won't say that there aren't now because there are still some cool websites that you can find on the internet, especially like NeoCities or even GitHub. GitHub might be a scary place, but there's a lot of hidden gems in there. I love when people make interpretations of what social media or the tech world in general would look like in real life. For example, like Bell, Summer Wars, Wreck-It Ralph, Sword Art Online. And I absolutely cannot wait for the day where virtual reality or virtual augmentation can be fully invented. In the most safest way, by the way. I've been slowly but surely trying to make websites that are very whimsical. I think it's nice to have like hidden knickknacks of the internet that people can find. It's like going out to explore somewhere and you find this hidden gem that not many people know about. As much as I want to be professional and make professional projects, especially if I want to get a job in software engineering, something about keeping creative software alive is something that I want to stick with. Old internet was great, but also not at the same time. But there was a lot of room for creativity. No ads, no algorithm. We were able to learn about the world better than ever before because we have access to talk to people across the world. And that's how I have friends from around the world now. Anyways, if you're into like creative websites and you haven't coded, I would really suggest trying it out. Like, I don't think coding is that hard. Besides the technicalities behind coding, just creating a website is not that hard, I feel like. So what are some of the websites that you found that you think is pretty cool and you want to share with people? Just let us know in the comments down below. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Giselle. I like to talk about art and tech in general, or different creative projects such as 3D, drawing, coding, and everything else. And also about my life if I really feel like it. And if you like what I'm doing, feel free to support me by subscribing and liking. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you and goodbye.